This is Sarah Rees Brennan. You're watching SableCaught.
As you may have noticed, that wasn't Cassandra Clare. In fact, for a video about Cassandra Clare, this footage actually contains very little of her. Or, to be more precise, very little of her face. I have a great number of shots of her ear, and here I think you might be able to even glimpse her arm. I actually didn't even manage to get a photo with her because upon giving my camera to a foils bookseller, this happened.
In fact, can I get in shot? Just if you just hold it so we're kind of in the screen.
Okay.
Alright, giant tower of amazing books. I don't know how I'm going to get them home.
Is it recording?
Yeah, it should be recording.
Okay.
As long as we're in shot, it should be fine. Pan left, pan left. That never would have happened in Waterstones. I'm loyal to my company to the end. But regardless of dodgy camera angles, it was a pretty awesome event. Cassandra Clare is someone I've admired for a long time. She's actually a writer I encountered long before she was published. A great proportion of my school days was spent reading her fanfiction. That, combined with the fact that her books are incredible, the perfect mix between action-packed adventure fantasy and character-based humour, meant I was pretty eager to meet her. If you haven't read any of her works previously, I will not be doing you a disfavour to say put down whatever it is you're reading now and go pick up A City of Bones. Brilliant urban fantasy with fantastic characters. It's really good. I managed to ask my usual author question, only this time it was received slightly differently.
Which are the characters you'd like to meet and what would you do together?
Something nice and safe like shopping with Magnus.
Makes Christopher Paolini's choice of Saphira slightly disturbing. In case you didn't know, the lovely lady who asked that question on my behalf and who introduced this video is Sarah Rees Brennan. I'm afraid to say that upon going to this signing I hadn't read any of her books. Based on the glowing recommendations I received from other fangirls and the fact that I really enjoyed listening to her talk to Cassie Clare for an hour, I bought up all of her books that I could find. Which she didn't just sign to me, but signed awesomely. Yay, fanfiction. Let my dear internet, have you read Sarah Rees Brennan? Am I going to enjoy her? Have you read Cassandra Clare? I don't need to ask if you enjoyed it, of course you did, it's awesome. Let me know about your experiences with both authors in the comments down below. Finally, I'm going to leave you with some of the best clips from Cassie and Sarah's talk. Take it away, Miss Brennan.
Books that you would recommend?
I recommend the White Cat series by Holly Black, Lover of Smoke and Bone by Lainey Taylor, the Chaos Walking series by Patrick Ness if you haven't read it, they're really good.
Tell us more about the Dark Artifices. Where? When? Who?
The Dark Artifices is something I said that I would write if I was going to write another Shadowhunter project. It would be great to start a new series about new characters that took place now. You know, I knew that I would want to set it in Los Angeles because that's where I grew up. I would look out for any characters in the City of Lost Souls or City of Heavenly Fire who are about 13 or 12 years old because those characters are the characters that would reappear and they would be the focus of the Dark Artifices, and of course we would check back in with any surviving characters that we know, or those for instance then in their 20s, and we would get to know a little bit about what happened in their lives and then.
So you're basically saying to your readers, look out for 12-year-olds and think about whether they might grow up hot. Will Sebastian ever feel remorse for the things he's done?
Sarah loves Sebastian. Whenever I'm writing about him and we're together, she sneaks into my room when I'm done and rewrites everything so that Sebastian's the romantic hero.
As I feel he is.
I'll come back in and it'll be like, oh, I regret the wrongs I have done, said Sebastian. You should have got the church reveal and manly trust in them.
Now I know you've done many immoral and terrible things. I've been there while you did them.
We broke through the fence together. As the flash went on, stopped there and I realized that there was someone inside the building and that through the window we could see a man stark naked making eggs. My good friend Holly Black was researching for a novel about the mafia and her main character had to be tied up and put in the blue car. And as often happens to one when one follows the power of the mafia. So she wanted me to tie her up and put her in the boot of the car. I protested this because I felt that if a police officer pulls you over and there's someone tied up in the car, if you tell them they want to be there, they're not going to leave you. What's in there? In Mexico, when we had all of our husbands and boyfriends with us, and so I said, I was trying to block a love scene. You have to block love scenes like you block fight scenes. You need to know who everybody is. So I said, I have to block this love scene. It wants to be Jason. And Holly and Sarah were like, we're not doing anything. So I was like, all right, we're going to the bedroom, and Holly and Sarah are going to make out. boyfriends got up and went, "We're coming to. We would like to give comments." None of you have given any comments so far.
Will Tessa ever get to go to South Carolina?
On Twitter, somebody asked me if there would ever be SC in one in the more instrument series, and I didn't know what SC was, but it's the abbreviation for the state of South Carolina. So I said, South Carolina? Why would you do that? Why South Carolina in particular? And then everyone patiently explained to me that SC stood for sexual contact. So then I started, there started a long thread of conversations about South Carolina, who may have been there, who may not, who lives in Virginia.